turn.
Right. Spectating the Twitch stream. The Twitch.
So it should just be the browser, because fucking Zoom just won't do it.
Oh. Mixer's push notifications now.
Hey,
Woo!
so we're live?
Good on you, Mixer.
Fucking
I'm checking.
fascinating.
Hang on, let me
In
let me
theory, we are
let me update it here
live.
for a second.
Yes, friend. Yes. Yes.
Alright, so I guess we
I
are
have to,
live. Hello everyone.
sync-
Welcome to episode 63 of Fall As They May. If you're watching on Twitch, we apologize. Still can't get Zoom to work. So, you know, maybe we'll fix that eventually. Probably not, though, because for some reason Streamlabs and Zoom don't work at all together.
There's a very tumultuous love-hate relationship between the two. It's a real
Yes.
will they or won't they.
Yes, I guess for our only real announcement that I can think of, we're almost to 50 subscribers on YouTube.
Woo!
What?
Yeah, we're 49 subscribers. We are 1 subscriber away from 50 subscribers.
Hey,
I'll unsubscribe and resubscribe again. That'll work.
And we are 3 followers away from being able to apply for the affiliate program on Twitch.
Nice.
Neat.
Yay.
I'm,
Wow.
I'm
if
not
you're
afraid to use
watching
this.
So if you're watching on Mixer and you want to help us get somewhere on Twitch, go over to our Twitch page. Same thing, same URL, Fall As They May. Follow the stream, and yeah, help us see how far we can go with this absolute dumpster fire of a Dungeons and Dragons show.
Now,
Follow
being
as they
affiliate,
may.
does that mean
Follow as
that we
they
have
may.
does that mean we have the ability to have avatars and icons in the chat? If we are,
if we get approved, yes.
does this mean that there's a chance that if there are any artistical individuals that may want to do something stupid, they want to try something, we might be interested?
I don't know. You know, there's a lot of that goes into the interviewing process for artists. You know, we got to find the person that has the right art style.
I'm available. I'm available and desperate. Hire me.
Yeah, don't worry, Luke, don't call us ever.
Yeah, you're fired, by the way.
Am I fired from being the artist or the stream?
Am I fired from being
Yes.
the artist or fired from the
Am I
show?
fired from being Esriel?
Am I? Yeah. Who's gonna take over?
Oh
as-
yeah, we have Scarlett Johansson coming in. To play Ezreal.
But she's white.
Wait, what?
That's not gonna fly.
Luke, that's racist. Get out of here.
Anyway, we've done enough bullshit. Let's get into it.
Yeah,
I don't know,
when
we could
this
bullshit a
gonna
little bit
break
more.
again.
All right.
Not when Chris has to leave.
Yeah.
Sure, I'd love that.
Yeah, just bullshit until Chris leaves.
Yeah, bullshit till Chris leaves.
We're gonna start. We were gonna start early, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Technically we are, but
Yeah, as I've reiterated, this is the last tangent I'll go on. As I've iterated every single time that it doesn't work, Roll20 is a terrible system. Do not use Roll20. We are currently in the process of looking for alternatives for Roll20. It is literally the Skype of TTRPGs, of TTRPG systems. Do not use Roll20.
Save yourselves from this horror.
Yeah, we spent an hour just trying to all get into our Roll20. Let's push on anyway. Last we left off, the favorite few, having completed their whatever sort of trial they had to go through in acquiring Rheinel's artifact, made their way back to Skystead, where, upon meeting with King Fancanth, made their way to the Goliath encampment that had been taking place rooted in this odd temple, where combat ensued, and the considered to be shaman Ulitho conducted a quick sort of ritual where she was able to awaken ancient Yanti creatures to engage in combat with the party. After a long combat, most slain, 2 people of Valak's tribe were able to walk free, stating that they would be ever grateful, and should their assistance ever be required, they need only to get in contact with them. After completing this task, making their way back to Skystead and reporting to King Fenkanth, they beseeched him to allow them to undergo a ritual that they had acquired to make contact with these entities that their artifacts were linked to possibly come up with a solution for how to proceed further in their fight against Lord Tremor and the Fifth. The ritual was conducted using Ezekiel as a catalyst to focus and continue the ritual, and as they were jettisoned from their place in Skystead, they found themselves in an expanseless void, seemingly no real footing, though able to stand perfectly straight. And after a few moments in the darkness, they watched as 4 individuals appeared. The same 4 individuals who they had met once before, how they have met a few times before. Large, sitting upon different thrones and looking down at each of them. Now go ahead and switch the music and pray to fucking God that Roll20 doesn't break.
Ooh. Ooh.
It broke. Joking. Okay, should all be able to hear that, yes?
Yeah.
Sure.
But if I had it turned up, but I didn't.
I'm getting nothing, but I'll say yes.
It says it's playing, but there's nothing coming. So great.
Yeah.
Every time Roll20. So,
I think Jordan's just broken.
Jordan
I was able to
machine
hear.
broke.
I was able to hear the preview music as I came into the campaign. It's just for some reason it's when it's changing tracks or when it's something else, it's not recognizing it.
So, as each of you kind of take a moment in this space, almost being observed by these entities, each of them kind of look at each other, and your artifacts again begin to glow for a moment. You watch as bits of energy begin to flow away. As they do so, seem to funnel up towards these beings, who kind of take a second closing their eyes. You watch as Ophiak, a smile kind of comes across her face as she looks down at Ezreal. Well, I suppose I should say welcome to each of you. It's been quite a while since we've interacted with anybody from the material plane. At which point you see Rhinel kind of sits back, crossing his arms for a second. Well, it's certainly an interesting lot that have decided to take on such a task. As he kind of looks down at Ophelia.
Heard that one before.
I'm gonna have to be a little more creative than that.
I could be, but I presume time is short. Elamaya kind of adjusts herself in the seat for a moment. She goes, Rhinel, would you stop? Must you always be so serious? We have guests. And as Ophiak said, it's been quite a while since we've had guests. Well, to all of you, I welcome you. And I understand if you have come in contact with us, then that means things must be progressing at a dire rate. Could you possibly get us up to speed as to what's going on?
Bueller.
Bueller.
Who remembers?
Well, seems like Roma has a big influence in Nightsham, at least. They were too powerful for us to take down. I wager to bet that they're only getting stronger.
Ophiac speaks up and says, well, thanks to the items you all wield, we are able to get some ideas of the struggles you've all endured. And you see her kind of go into a moment of thought. I suppose before we go any further, I should start by saying I apologize to all of you.
For what?
We should have done a better job ensuring the safety of your world the first time. It's not We thought that the mortal races could, after the first war, retake everything and that his influence would be lost. That we were ready to leave, that we were ready to put all of this into motion. But perhaps we were a bit hasty in our retreat from your world. Maya kind of speaks and says, we did what we could, Ophiac. We didn't want to risk doing any more destruction than we already had. YM this whole time, by the way, for pretty much most of you, the first time ever seeing him, seems completely quiet in this moment. Almost as if he's just kind of taking in everything. Ophiac speaks again. And furthermore, I want to apologize to each of you who seem to have fallen into this sort of situation. Based on, at least for some of you, I can tell that this isn't something you would have been the first to jump at.
I mean, I honestly don't think anybody would jump at this opportunity.
The first time, Rhinel kind of speaks up, the first time this happened, it was of their will. The champions that we selected when the Fifth first began pushing his influence were willing to step up and do whatever it took to defend the world. But perhaps we're just reminiscing of the past at this point. Why have you sought us out? What are you here for?
We need better guidance. We don't know how to stop it.
And we know we can't do it alone.
Wait, hold on. I thought we did this thing that we're doing here was to like do the thing where everything just stops. You saying that we did this just so we can actually talk to them? Just be like, oh, what we do now?
Well, that could always be helpful.
YM speaks up and says, there is something we could do in this moment. However, it is unlikely that it is a solution that would see benefit for any of you.
Well, spill it already. What is it?
Randall says, if we were to return to the plains, we could, in theory, create a clean slate for the world. Wipe everything.
Isn't that just what ever want. Restart the cycle.
Ophiax says, based on what I understand from what I have seen from your adventures, it does not seem like he wants to restart anything. Our brother, when he came to your world, was not seeking to erase it. He was seeking to turn it. Ensure that the mortal races all bowed before him, and then push it forward. This tremor that you're talking about, from what I can understand, he seems to believe that by bringing our brother back, he can end whatever sort of cycle he's speaking of. If I'm completely honest, I'm not entirely certain as to what sort of cycle he's talking about. When we created the races, we did not ordain any sort of cycle. We gave them life, we gave them a place to populate. Their choices were their own. Whatever sort of cycle your beings have thrown themselves into was nothing of our design.
I think resetting the world is probably a last resort. If everything goes as awfully as we seem to think it will. If it does happen, what will become of us?
Isn't it obvious? We die.
Well, ain't just gonna be us fucking dying, it'd be fucking everyone dying. Friends, family, people who don't even fucking know about. And I've not been a third generation swan just to have an entire business just get wiped away just because of some godly bullshit.
Rhinell poses his hand and says, I think you're making a little too light of it. You would not be dead. You would cease to exist. At least, unless you were somehow brought back in this next cycle. There would be no heaven that you would return to, as that would be wiped away as well. We would have to get rid of everything and begin anew.
Is there a guarantee that that would work?
It would give us a way of ensuring that we could get to our brother, as it would only be the 5 of us remaining. And though there are no guarantees, we would be able to keep better check on him and ensure that he does not... I guess let's put it in this way. We can ensure that he does not return to the mortal races this time. The first time he came, we were trusting. We decided that each of us would have a small influence in the world. Ophiac is actually the one who said that that true balance could only be achieved if we allowed our brother to have some sort of small seed, but the abominations he created, the twisted, horrific creatures, these monstrosities, I couldn't allow them to be, and neither could Alamaya. And I'm sure you've seen firsthand these sort of twisted abominations that he has decided to put into your world.
You mean the Rubs?
If that is your word for them, yes. He went against our wishes. We swore that after the races were created, we would never have influence on them again. They would be left to their own devices to flourish or falter. But he decided that he would take it upon himself to return to your world, indeed all the worlds that we created, and slowly begin destroying them. But, again, you do not seem like you want everything to disappear all the people that you know, the families that you've made.
I think we should scratch that for now.
Agreed. Alamaya says, well, if you are looking for another solution, there is one. There, as she points to Yugu. You've spoken with with the fragment of myself. She's the one who gave you the scroll to get to contact us. Each of those items that you wield has different strengths. Once they have become their full selves, you can use them as a sort of beacon. That beacon can be used to call our power, not us, and remove the fifth from your world. The stipulation to this, however, is two things. Number one, they must be at their full potential. If they are not at their full potential, it will not work. And number two, there is a chance that should you perform this, some of you may die.
Okay.
So first off, how are we supposed to get them to their full potential? The only person who has some sort of awakening is Ezreal. That's with her near-death experience.
Wait, am I supposed to die because of my fucking thing? Is that how this works?
We don't know yet.
Liam speaks up and says, when we created these items, we did not create them with the intention of self-sacrifice. Their powers awaken as certain events transpire. It can be something as little as a conversation, or something as big as defeating an army.
Oh, beating an army, yeah, that's gonna be real fucking easy, ain't it?
We did it.
Hey, I was being sarcastic. Mm-hmm.
You see, Rhinel holds up a hand and says, you all do seem rather strong. And I will be honest, you are stronger than our champions before you. And I can see that, at least to some degree, history repeated itself with your new champion, Elamaya. She kind of chuckles. Well, there is something I would like to do, however. And she kind of looks down at you, Bill. You see her form kind of shrink down to nothing as she kind of comes face to face with you, standing only a slight bit taller than you. Comes over and kind of runs her fingers against the artifact. Perhaps I need to make a slight adjustment. And you watch as she kind of closes her eyes for a moment. And you watch as her whole body begins to glow with this soft blue energy. As she concentrates into the artifact for a moment. Releasing it. I have a new handout for you, Chris.
Oh boy.
It's I did a little bit of retooling because I got some second opinions, let's say.
Chris or from other people?
From other
From
people.
me. Oh.
Other people. And she, at this point, kind of just walks among all of you and says, I would like to know, though, what... Are you all willing to lay your life away for this cause?
Will my spirit carry on?
It will. We will move on to the next life. And depending on your soul's state, if should you perish, you may move even further.
Then it's a no-brainer for me.
Arian will just silently nod.
Yeah.
You see all Maya looks at you, Dayton.
Fucking asking way too much of me. I'm like an only son, and if I fucking go, then the business fucking goes, and everything of Swan's worked for just fucking nothing.
Well, if you don't do this, you understand that it's not just going to be your family's business that is lost.
I'm well aware.
Hold on. Dayton, I'm going to approach him. You know you're worth more than your business. Your family, right? I know you were dragged into this, and I'm sorry you were. You don't deserve to be hit with all of this at once. I guess we're just desensitized to it. If you can't, I understand.
No, you see, the fucking problem is I've sacrificed a lot in order to get to where I am now, currently, and now it's just another situation where it's, oh, if you sacrifice a little bit more, maybe then things will be okay. That's not that I'm opposed to it, just fucking irritating to just think like, oh, you just need to just do a little bit extra. Not like I haven't been doing a little bit extra with every single day of my life.
I'm gonna pat him on the shoulder. Thank you.
Ophiak also speaks up and says, and I want to say for the record, as your, suppose you'd call them artifacts, once they achieve that final stage, it's not just you that'll benefit from them.
What do you mean?
When we designed these items, they were intended to grow alongside our champions who were still figuring out what it meant to be soldiers, to be warriors. But once they are at their full potential, you'll be able to use their powers on more than just yourselves. You'll be able to aid anyone close to you. Grant them power alongside your own. And it should be, hopefully, enough. And should that all fail, which is the worst case, but we must account for it, you watch her kind of move her hand for a moment. And as she does so, her whole form shrinks down as well, into the same semi-tall elven woman that you'd seen before. And she has another one of those scrolls in her hand. She approaches you, Ezreal, and hands it out to you. I understand that it is not an ideal situation, but if things prove too dire, and it becomes out of your control, use this to get in contact with us again. You won't have to undergo the same ritual as you did this time. But only use this if you're sure that it is our time to return.
Okay. I'll pocket it.
Rhino also steps off of his throne, becoming, for a lot of you, again, the first time you've ever seen him, an elven male, or with dark orange hair and a set of chainmail armor. steps forward. Kind of taking in Ophelia for a moment before you see a smile kind of go across his face. I must say, you are leagues beyond what I assumed my next champion would be. Kind of reaches over and kind of gives you a pat on the shoulder. Grabs on and says, I apologize as well to all of you that we couldn't be of more assistance. But understand that we will come if you need us. There will be no hesitation. So be assured that you have at least one fail-safe solution in all of this, as unideal as it might be. And also think on this. Even though your world may be gone, a new world will take its place. New life will come into being. New planes will come into being. New civilizations. So don't think of it as the death of everything, if you can. It's a rebirth. And as I said, there is not... He kind of goes quiet for a moment. Ophiek speaks up. What Rhinell is trying to say is, there's a chance you may be there. Our designs are not immune to duplication. So after all this, there is a chance you will be there again. You will be able to live your lives. New lives.
Without everyone else that we love?
You would not know who any of them were. But new memories would come. Amelia says, right now, must you get them all worked up? I'm sure and I'm confident in their abilities. Thank you, each of you. And again, I have the utmost confidence in all of you.
Just... Sorry, just one last thing.
Of course.
The other champions, what were they like?
Well, you see, Wyam is the first to speak at this point, and he says, mine was headstrong. Quite headstrong. Always believed that he could push his way through any situation he came across. Definitely not what you would call a level-minded individual.
Sounds like someone we know.
Elmaya speaks and says, mine was... He always carried so much on his shoulders. Always felt that he had to do something. If he wasn't doing something, if he wasn't helping something, then he was wasting his time. He was... He was shy, but he was very welcoming and loving to everyone he met. Rhinell says, mine was a natural-born leader. She had courage, she had strength, she had honor. She knew how to take command. All traits that I respect in anybody that I meet. And traits that I hope you will be able to embody as well, Ophelia.
It's... never mind. Doesn't really matter now, does it?
And mine was graceful. She understood the weight of choice, regardless of whether it was for good or evil. She knew that some things couldn't be let go of without sacrifice. She knew that certain things couldn't be accomplished without other things falling. She was the voice of reason. Again, a trait that I hope you can embody, Ezreal.
I try to.
Need to roll a save for Ezekiel real quick. Have you any other questions for us? Anything you need us to tell you? Anything you'd want to know while you're still here? We will answer whatever we can.
Does the Fifth have any particular weaknesses, servants we should watch out for?
I think you've met one of his strongest remaining servants at this point. As for weaknesses... He thinks for a moment. Looks at Yugu. Says, I believe Divine Radiance he's quite adverse to. So, one of the traits of Elamiah's gift would be quite useful against him. As well as if any of you are able to access any such abilities.
Oh no, all I got is I can have fancy little gimmicks being put into my fucking rapier.
Hey, maybe can you run him over with your horse or something?
Don't you talk shit about Hornet.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Is there anything else? Anything else you'd like to know?
You said that a long time ago he had several artifacts, right? Much weaker than the ones we're wielding at the moment.
Correct.
Do you know particularly how many there are? Some of the features?
Well, we managed to break some of them. And unless you wish to go and face a god, I don't think that you'll be able to get any additional information on them. His champions, two of them, were the gods Bahal and Bane. If any of you would like to make a religion check to see who those are.
No, I'm gonna be making notes.
That is a, is that a 29? Give me a second. What's my plus to this?
That is... can't get...
That is a 29, sir.
Got a nat 20!
Nat 20?
26.
Alrighty. So the names are quite familiar to those of you who rolled very high. Bahal is the Lord of Murder. He is one of the most evil deities that you can ever encounter, and his worshippers go to no extent with their blood sacrifices and rituals. Bane
is the one that broke Batman's back and spine.
Bane is the deity of fear, hatred, and tyranny. Just to give you an idea of who these two are.
Just to give you an idea of how Brain sounds like.
I hate you, Jordan.
And I don't need any fancy gimmicks in order to go ahead and get this voice in,
I
do
hate you,
I?
Jordan. I hate you so much.
So in other words, they stink. They're bad deities.
No one cared who I was until I was an essential worker.
Oh my god, I hate you guys so much.
This is what you get for naming him Bane.
I
not his
didn't name him.
fault.
I didn't name him Bane. Bane is the name of the D&D deity.
D&D.
This is what you get for using Bane.
One thing about crying on cue is that it's not on cue as well. They don't show that on camera.
What is it? God damn it! I gotta get back into character now, you motherfuckers.
Good job, boys. Distract him.
Oh, I am not
Love you,
professional at
Eric.
all. I am not a professional voice
None
actor.
of us are.
I have a question,
Yes,
and it's kind of a long shot.
of course.
Do any one of you know of someone named Andrus?
No, Maya smiles and says, I do? I think we all do.
It's come up quite a lot, and I guess there's a history with the name, and it's just been something I've always been curious about.
Andrus was my champion. He's the one that I chose when the first war occurred.
I thought as much, but I wasn't always sure.
Yeah, didn't we like meet that guy in like a?
They seem to name new versions of him
I
carrying
think,
on an honor
I
sort.
think you're a bit confused. How do I explain this?
He's immortal.
In a sense. Not immortal.
Reincarnated?
A better word, yes.
Oh.
When Andrus was given the opportunity to move on, he decided that doing so would be too much of a detriment to the world. So as such, we offered him another choice. We would grant him the ability to stay in the material plane as an observer. We were concerned that if Andrus got too involved after everything that had happened, it could end up swaying the races too much in one direction. Rhinel says. And Andrus had two sides to him, I guess you could say. One human, and one of the soul of a dragon that he befriended. We decided that as part of this observation, he would be split. Both would be allowed to take on their own lives, but never fully involve themselves in the races again. At least not to the extent of telling them what had happened in the past. Should they choose, they could have families. They could make new friends, but they were never allowed to speak on the events of the past. And with time, the stories and we would fade away. Such is the nature of time. Is there anything else that we can answer for you while you're here?
Oh yeah, real quick. Hey, what's the secret sentence in order for this thing to actually be even better?
There is no secret sentence.
Oh, you said it was just as easy as saying a sentence, so I figured why not?
They evolve with your journey, not with our wills.
Fucking of course. Why do we need to go ahead and have a simple, safe route? Why can't we just make it as convoluted as fucking possible? That's the obvious solution to this
You see
problem.
why I'm actually smiles and says, "Come now, what would be the fun in that?"
All right, I gotta head out.
Oh, are you serious?
I'm about to head out. Yeah.
Oh man, god damn it.
Enjoy. I love being essential. My favorite.
I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
Pisces.
Bye,
That's
Chris.
fine. I got my
We love you,
question.
Chris.
God damn it. Damn, you rolled 20. Why couldn't you work sooner?
I mean, we got the big parts out, or at least I hope a lot of the big parts out before you left.
I forgot my question. Oh yeah. How it's right there. It's right there, I promise. How often do they have to be upgraded in order to reach their full potential?
From what I can tell, you're rather close. The others seem to have not begun yet.
And if these have to do with our personal journey, I don't suppose you have any hints?
Have any what? I'm sorry?
Hints.
Hints. I'm not sure there's any hints I could offer. Your journeys are your own. Growth. Loss. It's what your journeys will be. You've done something that's allowed it to find its next step. And that's what the rest of you must do. Find the thing that will push it to the next step. You're muted. You're muted, Emily.
Am I?
There you go. I can hear you now.
What she means is
No, I
you
think
have
I
to
was just
die a
talking so my
lot.
read. I was reading my notes to myself, and I don't know if I should ask this question or not because I can't remember if it's relevant.
Go ahead.
Go for it.
Whatever you want to ask.
I feel so silly to ask it. I don't know.
Ask it.
I mean, no, I know. No, I answered my own question. Never mind.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
There are no stupid questions.
always a stupid question.
No. We're at r/no stupid questions right now. Ask away.
Mhm.
I mean, we know that Lord Tremor has those people in the boxes, and that's because the fifth wants them. Why would the fifth want them in those boxes? That's my player question that I'm attempting to ask.
And then I would probably say, as a player, I'd say sacrifice.
He's a
Part
cuck.
of a big ritual that requires bodies.
He's a cuck beta male.
I'm pretty sure I know the answer to it already, but I'll probably say it later.
Dinner.
Or it may not even be tied to the fifth at all. It could just be a situation where he just wants to murder a bunch of people, then have an undead fucking army. What about it?
Necromancy.
Who knows?
Nobody knows. Well, that's the fun of it.
Any other questions that you guys want to ask?
I'm good. I don't know about everyone else.
I think I'm good.
You're good?
Oh wait.
Oh, go ahead.
Actually, nah, I'm good.
Are you sure?
r/no stupid questions.
Okay, fine. I'll ask it. Do you have any idea why this Tremor is looking for the boy named Ezekiel?
I believe it has to do with his abilities. Chronomancy is a very rare trait.
Oh, that's what it's called. Oh, fuck. Okay.
And if he should be able to acquire him, it's possible he might be able to accelerate our brother's awakening. Again, it's an exceedingly rare ability. So for you to have two in the same time, is a danger.
Well, I don't believe they are. At least, they weren't.
Interesting. But yes, regardless, it is rather rare. And though it can be taught, it's unlikely to... You're unlikely to find anybody willing to teach. Anything else you'd like to know?
I don't have any questions, but I also don't want to go back and have to deal with the Dragon King yet, because I still have yet to get a good prompt going now that apparently I have the artifact right in front of me and he's going to be expecting me to give it to him.
Yeah. It says that artifact was given to him by someone.
Yeah, but he still wants it back, so now that he knows that I have it in front of me, I can't exactly go ahead and say, oh, nope, it's not it at all.
He smiles. YM smiles and says, You're just going to give it up, just like that.
That was not my fucking intention, but of course we had to go ahead and do a stupid little fucking hoopla out in front of the fucking king. So I can't exactly, like, I can still try to lie, but it's not gonna be, it's a fucking...
You also just persuade the king that this matter is bigger than what intended to be, that his mere existence is contingent on us holding on to it. I'm sure we can be... He's a reasonable man.
That's catch, man. The answer to that is dragon, to which, no.
Are you... Interesting. Yeah, you see Rhino kind of looks over at YM and goes, YM? And he smiles and says, I have an idea.
Yay!
Artifact fighting back.
More into this mountain than malarkey.
He says, How silver is your tongue?
I mean, I'm pretty good at it. I'd say like a... Hold on a minute. If I had to put like a number to it, let me check my internal number processing.
As you can see, he's very charismatic. And very good with his words.
Oh, he has the best words.
I'd say it'd like be a positive 15 out of a possible... Yeah.
Carry it face palm.
I have faith you will be able to talk your way out of the situation you found yourself in.
I hope so, because otherwise I'm gonna be a fucking icicle.
If it doesn't work, we run.
I'm gonna be a fucking icicle. You're not gonna deal with any bullshit.
As you say we run, you see Elamaya just starts laughing. Oh my goodness. Perhaps we should look in on the mortal races from time to time. They are quite the humorous type. Or else as well, if there's nothing else, we'll send you back. Are you sure there's nothing else you'd like to ask about? Because the next time we see you will only be if things go terribly. Very well.
Thank you. Thank you for everything.
No, thank you, members of the favored few. I hope you can be as bright a beacon on this world as our champions before. As he says this, you watch as each of them kind of get back onto their respective thrones, growing once again in size before fading into the darkness. The circle underneath you begins to glow. as you are all jettisoned back through whatever sort of gateway you had come through, and find yourselves once again in the throne room in Skystead. You also realize, Dayton, your sword and the artifact fade the exact same glow away.
Ooh.
So both of them are gone currently.
No, you have both of them, and they still look like Frostbrand.
Mm-hmm.
Which point,
And I'm holding both of them, or?
you have both of them, yes.
Mm-hmm.
At which point you hear the king say, "Well, that was certainly interesting. Have you completed the task that you set forth?"
Yeah, it was a lot easier than expected.
Good. And now I believe you have something you wish to return to me.
Very carefully, I'm going to try to eyeball it without trying to give away, like, which one of these is the artifact, which one's mine.
You can tell. You're attuned to both.
Right. I'm going to go ahead and turn to the king. Well, hold on a minute. I got to just check real quick here, because I did a thing, right, where I actually made the artifact look like mine, and I need to... Hold on. Okay, yeah. I'll go ahead and put the artifact into the hilt. Well, an agreement is a fucking agreement. Give this back to you after we took out the Goliaths. All right. Truth be told, it's been kind of a weird journey. I'll give you that. Very quickly though, since I'm trying to make sure I keep to your customs and everything, even if I'm giving this back to you, are you gonna give anything to me?
No. What I have given to you is the ability to have the Archdruid come here and set up her and begin her new settlement.
I mean, that's for them. I was talking about like this transaction, but if you're saying that there's
No,
nothing,
try
I
my
suppose that's something on
patience.
the table. Yeah, yeah. I figured. But still, this is an agreement, so I'm gonna go ahead and hold out Frostbrand. I'm gonna go.
I'd like you
Still,
to
there still needs to be a transaction here, so
I'd like you to make a deception check.
I roll lowest when I have the greatest of expectations.
What'd you roll?
15 plus 3. Making it
18?
18. Against the ancient dragon.
Oh, sounds like you've got it.
Okay.
Do I have anything left to help you with? Actually, he already rolled, so I don't have anything to help.
One of the guards comes forward, grabs onto Frostbrand, brings it over to the king, and extends it out. You watch as the king kind of takes it for a moment and inspects it. I will roll again, because YM did actually give you some assistance here. Good. Ensure this gets back into the vault. As he holds Frostbrand out to one of the guards.
Dayton Swan, you absolute fucking Chad!
I went from a 19 to a 7.
Nice. Thank fucking Lord.
Woo!
There's shakiness of the nerves for a minute before it's, of course, take away fully before Dayton just, you expect to go ahead and have like at least a little bit of bartering, a little bit of fucking, okay, what do you want to offer? Oh, just a night with your, just Just to go out somewhere.
I slap him across the head.
You absolutely can. Well,
Okay. Can I do damage to him?
I don't know. 5 strength. Can you do damage to him?
I tried to hit him with a 2. I don't.
Is that -1?
So do I heal him by 1 point instead?
I'm almost a little disappointed that it worked because I had a contingency plan.
He says, well, you'll be escorted back out. You have done your task for our colony. And I guess we will see you again soon. When we need you again.
Yep.
As
Pleasure doing business with you.
all of you hop on to a small set of young dragons and are flown out of the underground citadel of Skystead and find yourselves back on the snowy mountains. You are all level 15.
Hey! So what's next? Go back to our other teams? Are we just a bunch of Are we just a bunch of court hopping?
You have court hopped a lot. You've definitely done quite a bit of court hopping.
We're just court hoppers. We're really just looking for that royalty.
Court hopper.
Court hoppers.
I'll deal with leveling up a little bit unless something happens.
Let's just go ahead and roll HP really quick.
We do that in client?
Yep.
Ava!
In client, Luke. In client.
I got an 8!
I know. I'm sorry, but it's in client
Oh
only.
man!
Not horrible.
I should have tuned
I'm sorry, Luke. I'm sorry.
Hey, get a 2. Get a 2. It's gonna happen.
It might.
If I get a 2, I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
I'm almost out of power word kill range, guys.
Let's see here.
Yeah, fucking loser.
You got a
3?
I hate myself.
I'm sorry, Luke. That's the rule. It has to be in client.
Yeah, fucking loser.
What
Look
do
at the
I
wizard
get?
getting so much HP.
I'm sorry.
What do I get at level 15?
Now's not the time.
Now's not the
2
time.
new spells.
Isn't
2
that
new
literally the
spells.
point?
Technically, we level up when we get a long rest, which is what I'm going to be following up with.
Level 8
That we
spells.
actually go ahead and get outside and the dragons start flying away.
They flew away.
Dayton is just gonna put hands on his knees. Just
Wait.
I
contingency
need
plan.
to sleep, and I also need to make sure that my knees stop shaking. There. Oh God. Oh, that could have been so bad.
I'll be right there, busy lying on the floor.
I'm sorry, Luke.
Fucking losers, look at me. Oh wait, is someone gonna
Wait,
roll?
how much HP does Ezreal have?
84!
80.
What
you
a
fucking cuck!
What a loser, having less HP than the wizard.
You know what? Fine, Luke. Take your stupid 8. It's not gonna help you anyway.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, where's my sheet of paper?
Just being
Alright.
dramatic for comedic effect.
You guys, so, Dayton, I'm assuming you're setting up the hut?
I mean, right now there's just a panic attack and trying to process here for a minute. So there's
by the way,
no rituals yet.
how are we getting? So did they fly Hornet out here as well, or?
They flew Hornet out.
Okay.
Level 8? Level 8!
Yeah, you guys get
Level
level
8.
8 spells.
So Luke, you should probably look over every single cleric spell, friend.
I'm opening up 5e tools as we speak.
Unless it breaks.
So excited.
Luke, wait, this spell exists?
Alright, since
I might
there's-
have 3 HP in total, but I get level 8 spells.
I can kill Dayton now. Cool.
You can kill
Well-
Ezreal just by looking at her.
So, assuming that none of the other characters are interfering at this point, Dayton will go ahead and start doing the ritual for Tiny Hut.
Okay. So as Dayton concentrates for a moment, the tiny hut is raised. Would you all like to take a rest?
Yeah.
All right. Against the cold ground here in Skystead, you all set up your beds, your bedrolls, and eventually make yourselves to sleep.
Couple of questions.
Yes.
One, is Goose sleeping or is he doing this thing?
Let's roll. He is sleeping. He is getting ready to go to sleep.
Okay. I'll wait till he's asleep, and then I'll just kind of sit right next to him and open the book.
All right. How long are you reading for?
4 hours.
Okay. So as all of you get to rest, you watch as Ezreal sits down. I'm assuming taking first watch.
Yeah. Well,
Although watches
I have
aren't
to-
really necessary in the hut.
right. I have to be fully okay. Let's make sure I know how this works. So you have to read the entire book in a certain time period.
In
How
6 days, 48 hours. It takes 48 hours, and then has to be accomplished in a 6-day period.
long? Okay.
So if you really wanted to, considering that you only need 4 hours of sleep because of trance, you could actually do 8 hours, and then the 4 hours would be the third watch.
Huh?
So there's technically 3 watches and a wait. No, hold on.
No. It's only 8 hours for the hut, so it would be 4 hours of reading, 4 hours of rest. Unless Ezreal just wants to read.
I need my spell slots, but anyway, 8th level, baby.
Okay.
You won't
so
need them.
I'll
Don't need to worry
forgo
about
for
it.
now until later.
until you get a good chance to reset. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So sleep comes to all of you with the new knowledge that you all have. As you come to consciousness the next morning. What would you guys like to do?
Well, should someone send a message to the Act Druid about the good news? Or are we just gonna like head over there and just be all like, "Hey, what up? We talked with the king, and you're good to go. What with the tiny dragon breeding deal?"
Your
You-
message would suffice.
Who says,
Is there another king we need to go talk to?
what's up, Emily?
There's another king we need to talk to.
What other king? Wait, there's a second king. What other king
You
you
were
talking about?
there for that back in Nuxfar.
He's speaking of Emperor Daelor Elf.
Yep.
Who said that he had a mission for you all when you have completed your task.
Yeah, that's why like what king? What king are you talking about?
Or emperor, I should say. We probably
Oh.
gotta return to the emperor.
Well, like yeah, return to the emperor, but also like let the Archdruid know that it's good to go.
Yes, through a message.
Yeah, sure. Hold on, let me go ahead and do that real quick. Hey, how's it going, babe? It's your boy, Skinny Penis. Yeah,
What the fuck?
Huh.
Started
More
paying
dates.
attention.
More details we didn't want to know.
They're questioning whether or not they should send a message to the Archdruid.
Okay,
I
I
think
only
he's just
get
making fun of
4
it.
level 8 spells.
What? Oh yeah,
Okay.
there are only 4 level 8 spells for cleric. I think. Wait, there should be more. Hang on.
Okay.
Hang on.
I've
They're
got
not-
all of the tabs. I've got all of the tab, all of the things.
I'm
Oh.
looking. I'm looking. I'm looking. Shut your whore mouth. Yeah, you get
No?
4 spells: anti-magic field, control weather, earthquake, and holy aura.
Control weather. Wow.
Wow, that sounds like a bad guy spell. Oh man, I get so many level 8 spells. This is nice.
Dude, wow,
Oh,
guys, I get so many spells.
I get
Dude.
4 on the second page. 5, 6.
Hey guys, I can do flourishes with a d6 and no longer have to burn my bardic dice.
Hey.
Woot. Also, I have all the. I can access any type of spell I want as well, because I think that's
Yeah,
part
you
of it
get
as
2
well.
of any. You get 2 of any class's spells that you want because of magical secrets.
Oh,
Which
I get
means
24
I can be evil.
different spells to choose from.
Oh, look at me! Look at me! I'm Ophelia. I'm special and talented. Ooh.
Right.
What
But
about
the
you,
point is-
Carrion? What did you get?
Slippery
we're gonna-
mind. I'm good at wisdom now.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Hey.
since we're all doing it now instead of.
Where the fuck is
So
my
I will
paper?
say the sheet is being super glitchy with me because roll 20. So it's I've made the changes with my sheet, but roll 20 is like I'm not making it applicable.
Let me see. I'll change. I'll change it. I'll
And I
change
get
it for you.
and my sneak attack is even more sneaky now. Ouch.
Dude,
Roll
the
20 is
sneak-
an absolutely fabulous service.
The sneakier sneak attack.
Yeah, it does more damage now.
My lord.
Yeah, the sneakiest of sneaks. Ah,
Ezreal. I'm a sweet little cleric. I couldn't possibly do anything wrong. Also, Ezreal. I cast Earthquake.
I mean, yeah, that is an option.
It is. Although the disappointment in your voice was very funny, Luke. I only get 4 8th level spells.
yeah, what a loser. I get 6 times as much.
I get 4 level 8 spells.
I mean, you only have 4 level
I get
9
4
spells,
8
too.
I have 4 HP.
Yeah, what a loser.
I mean, listen, 4 level 9 spells. That seems more reasonable because they're fucking.
You want to know how many? Do you want to know how many the wizard has?
No. Just tell me.
15.
Ugh.
yeah,
That's because they're magic nerds.
And Bard gets 6.
yeah.
Bard gets 6, including power word heal.
Yeah, join me, Dayton,
Which
in our making
The
fun of
cleric does
Ezreal.
not get.
Fucking loser.
Also, I love
mean-
that this spell. Also, can I just say this spell's called power word heal, and yet it's a touch range spell.
Great.
That's just really unfortunate.
Yep. Yeah. So are we just taking a break right now?
Yeah, we can take a short break. Let everybody do
Well,
the level up.
I was gonna say
Well,
since we may as well. We're already taking our time to like
So
look up
we'll
our
be back in about
stuff.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Where the fuck is
Weather
my sheet?
effects. Wow.
Stop being salty. All right, so are we ready to go? Because I've unmuted and unblocked, and I'm gonna switch back. Both you turn on your cameras, and we're back.
I want to turn it on.
Wow, you're lame.
He ain't turning on the
Even
camera.
David turned his on.
Yeah, you know it's bad when I turn it on and you didn't turn it on.
Even my
David,
family.
it looks like you straight up have a unibrow right now.
What?
It looks like the
With-
way your hair is. It looks like
Just
you
how
have
the
straight
hair is
unibrow.
falling.
That sucks.
All right, so hi, welcome back. They finished their level up.
Finished is a strong word.
So,
Yeah,
as
really.
you guys awaken the next morning, what would you like to do?
I'd still try to get rid of a spell. Does someone else have Death Ward? I thought someone else had Death Ward.
I do not. Clerics can get death
It was
ward.
Ezekiel that had Death Ward.
All right, she's like obviously like looking off in his face. All right, so like we have to talk with the emperor, not fucking another king, right?
Did Luke message the Archdruid or no?
Nope, not yet.
I can do that.
Okay, are you gonna message the Archdruid?
I will message the Archdruid, yes.
Go.
I have to actually think of a message. Mission accomplished.
All right, what else?
Pretty much. I guess I have to really come up with a message.
You know that this is how this works every time.
I can't just generally say an idea of what I want to say. Okay.
No, you
fine.
have to say what you want to say.
Keep to the first two. Mission accomplished.
We've managed to convince the king to work with you. I hope everything goes well.
You can end it right there.
Yeah, fine. I'll just end it there.
All right, so gets sent off. She responds and says, "Thank you very much. I think Morton might want to come see something here whenever you have the time."
Ooh, I will relay this to Goo, who is not here.
He's not here. David, sit the fuck up.
I'm trying to find something. I'm not even in my chair.
As Esriel like relays this message, does Dayton like? Dayton's just gonna sleep in here and just go. Are you gonna tell him about the other thing that she talked to you about? You know the other thing, Esriel. Yeah, all right, no, it's fine. I can tell him. She was talking about the fact that this Dayton guy, he's really fucking handsome, and he's the apple of my fucking eye. I would really
Google
like to
tried to
have
hit
another husband.
That's a 30. That's a
30.
29.
Like I'm gonna be able to block that.
We'll just give you a big slap across the face. Stop talking about my mom like that.
Oh, what? I can't talk to your mom like that. But I can't go after her, but apparently, no, can't talk about the Archdruid. The fact that she got humongous hammers.
It's another 29.
Nope.
You're worse than the soldiers I had to train. God.
But by the way, how much damage is this in particular?
Oh, he's just doing 1 damage to you. He's not actually trying to hurt you.
Barely. Okay. Cool.
Hey,
Honestly, do you go after every woman you see?
Not every woman, all right? I have preferences, but apparently this scumbag's like, don't go after my mom. Don't say that she's fucking smoking.
From what I can see, you're the scumbag here.
Nathan,
Can
keep
I?
it in your pants. And I'm
Ezekiel-
going to, very, patronizingly pat him on the head.
Well, where are we going? Are we heading back
That's
to the
it.
Empire?
Ezekiel, who's still with you guys at this point. Oh, no, he hasn't. No, he didn't. He left. No, he is with you guys because he went to the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was our
Ezekiel-
catalyst.
Yeah, Ezekiel will say, Dayton.
Do I gotta hear from you saying like, oh, how dare you say about those things, you naughty, naughty boy?
Can we make a deal? He looks to the rest of the group.
What do you have in mind?
I have a new trick I want to try out.
I'm not eating another fucking rock. You can eat ass.
How about he gets to say what he wants for a minute if I get to try my new trick on him?
You should do it, Dayton, unless you're afraid.
It's not going to hurt him.
Oh, it'll hurt. Probably.
What the fuck you mean?
It's not going to kill him.
Probably not.
Dayton, you're an adult. What say you?
You know what? Fine. I don't fucking care. Come on. I'll say what I want. Sure.
Okay. All right. So that's the deal then. You watch as Ezekiel kind of reaches up and just starts viciously rubbing his eye, to the point that his eye starts to turn red and tear up. He kind of grabs it for a moment, and you watch as this tear starts to fall, and as he kind of quickly reaches into his pack, he pulls out a small dagger, and as he kind of takes the dagger, puts the tear onto it, you watch as the blade begins to glow with purple arcane energy. Alright, hold still.
Digit. Wait, what?
Does a 25 hit you?
Hold on a minute. Let me think about this for a minute. No, not even Shield's gonna be able to protect me from this, so...
Please make a charisma saving throw.
Ugh. Perfect.
Yeah, one of my d20s for the day.
That's a D can just make you fail.
Oh yeah, so it's 5, 9, and 20.
Do you want to make
Okay,
Dayton fail?
You get a 5.
I already rolled. Fuck you. It was an 18 plus 11.
Okay, fine.
No, use your
No,
5.
No,
or
no,
whatever
no.
it is.
You can
No,
keep your thing.
No, you said use it. So you know what? Go ahead, do it.
All right,
No,
so
no.
you take 10d10 psychic damage. 10, 21, 36, 46 points of psychic damage, and you have disadvantage on saving throws for 1 minute.
What attack is this?
That is the Chronomancer's Woeful Stab.
Alright, stop. When you said it was going to hurt, I thought maybe it was akin to one of Goose's slaps.
Oh, no. When I said it was going to hurt, I meant it was going to hurt. I'll heal him. And he'll cast Revert Time on you. 7, 14, 16 plus 5. 21 points of healing to you.
Even 100. That's neat.
Look, I gotta test this out on somebody. I figured he's the best target. By the way, you have a minute.
A minute of what?
Oh, it's good. He forgot. All right, let's get going. Ophelia?
As I was saying, where are we headed?
Well, we could go back to the Empire, or we could go make sure everything's okay in Cerana. Is there anywhere else you guys need to be?
Not
We
really.
do have a job from the Emperor, but...
I mean, I'm kind of at your mercy. I can't teleport.
Is there anywhere you need to go?
I mean, if your guys are gonna... I mean, I just take it as my job's done here. I do have to get back, but I mean, I'm not going to be in Cerana for very long. I'll probably be there for a couple days and then head back out, see what I can find.
Fucking it was a minute to say whatever I fucking wanted. Damn it.
You haven't started yet. You still have your minute.
No, apparently that's not how it fucking works. It has to be when it happens.
I'm the leader here, and I say your minute hasn't started yet. But let's decide what we need to do first. And I say, what's one more day?
It wouldn't even be one more day. I can just drop us off right now.
But
Block,
I mean,
you okay with this?
Look,
yeah, of course, it's fine.
Look, no, if you can get us there without any of that bullshit happening, then fine. But if anything happens, I get to hit you as hard as I can.
That's a deal.
Like I said, what's one more day? The Emperor can surely wait one day. He's enough. He's patient.
Yeah, but the war is still going on if you can't see. And I guess we'll teleport to Cerana then.
Okay. Do you have anything from Cerana?
Yeah. My
What do you
mask.
have?
My mask. Remember, I got it from there.
That's right, you did. All right.
As
So
a
you
note
all-
for Wyam's will, I'm putting it under humanoid.
Okay, good to know.
That's good
And
type.
what damage resistance?
It's the rapier. The rapier is not dealing with damage resistance. The only time damage
Oh,
resistance
yes,
is
yes,
involved
yes.
is
You're
if
right.
it's
You're not
unarmed.
armor. Right, you're not armor. Okay. So you guys take a moment as Ophelia takes each of your hands. You find yourselves back in Cerana within a moment. As you look around, you can see that there's a much heavier military presence here. It seems like whatever agreement was made between the Emperor and Headmaster Everon has included a much stronger Empire presence here in Cerana. They seem to be in the process of keeping things in order, dictating certain things to certain people. What would you guys like to do here? You guys are in the market district right now.
So what, we just dropping off the guy and we're fucking leaving? Or what's the story?
Well, we can go grab some magic items if you want.
Just generally look around, see how everything's going.
Actually, hold on a minute. Dayton does like some thoughts in his head and goes, I no longer have that, so that means I could get one more awesome thing to get attached to my head. Okay, yeah, I might actually get some magic items now that you say that.
It's funny, I thought that too.
Well, then let's go, and
All
I'll
right,
lead
so
them
you
towards
will make
Lauren
your-
and Leonard.
Make yourselves, take yourselves over to the shop of Lonley.
Yes!
Luke,
My
it's been so
boy,
long.
love!
I'm glad I've created an NPC that fills you with such joy. You fill him with terror every time you come in.
I love him so much.
But I'm a new face. Why would he be scared?
Because you're with them.
Well, I don't know better.
So as you guys make your way to the establishment of Lauren Leonore through the Scholars District of town, you arrive and it's closed. I'm joking.
Oh, Eric, if you cucked me out of that as well as HP, I would have quit.
You would have quit. As you make your way through, you hear a soft voice go, "Hello? Hello?" As you see a small gnome child come around the corner. Small little girl, you venture a guess, maybe somewhere between 13, 14 years old. Comes around and says, "Hi.
Hey there.
Hello?
Hi, is there, can I help you find anything?"
Potions.
Potions. Oh, okay. She'll go over and kind of start like, going through one of the cabinets before she kind of hoists up a box over the counter. Gets up on it. Gets up on a stool in the back. Says, "What kind of potions are you looking for?"
Healing.
Oh, we got a few of those. You hear from the back what sounds like someone going through a series of boxes. But she's currently in the process, kind of pulls out 2 basic healing potions and a greater. Sorry, a lot of them are going to the war effort right now. But we got these, if you're interested.
That's fine.
Alright, so...
Did I ever add in money from, like, our last thing?
did you?
I don't think I did.
Good job, David.
How much did we get last time?
It should be in the chat.
It is indeed in the chat.
It's in the chat.
Okay. I'm still poor as fuck.
Alright, so 500 for this one, and 50 gold for each of these. So 600 gold for the 3 of them.
I will give them the 600.
Thank you. Takes it and throws it into one of the coffers.
Which chat in particular is it in?
In the game chat.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. It's game chat, not in the Discord.
Okay.
Is there anything else I can get for you?
I'm kind of curious.
Yep,
about
I didn't
some
add
of
in
the
the
stuff
silver.
you
Yep,
have
I
in here.
didn't get it. I didn't put it in yet.
Yeah, let me go get. Hang on, Master Leonor, and she'll go over to the back. You have customers, sir. And you see Lauren will come out, and kind of sweat on his forehead, takes out a handkerchief, dabs his head. Yes, I'm here. Oh, for the love of everything that is holy.
Having of an assistant, huh?
Hello again, all of you.
Oh.
You're new.
You've actually done business with this guy before.
Oh, I've seen them many times before. Yes.
Well, then it's good news. It means you're established. It means you're well worth and trusted. Which means,
I see.
yeah.
I see. Why don't you go to the back, grab some cleaning supplies, start dusting off some of the shelves. Right? Yeah, yes, sir. She'll go to the back and start.
You finally got yourself an assistant?
Yes, David.
What?
I can see your shark boy.
Yep. Where's my lava girl, dude?
Right there, Emily.
Okay.
Yes, I did. She's my apprentice, actually. But what can I do for you all? What are you looking for?
Well, I mean, it seems like she was interested in potions, but I'm a little curious about something in particular.
Of course.
Well, you say of course, but I'm thinking about a horse. You know what I'm saying? Do you happen to have any special horseshoes? Say something that could make them maybe go a little faster, or if not, maybe a little bit faster, at least easier for them to traverse against, certain territory.
Well, I don't at the moment, but I could commission a pair for you.
It would be nice, and I could actually beat the fucking monk guy. And then I suppose the only other thing I could kind of think of for the moment is maybe, you probably wouldn't have any armor, not unless you have stuff here.
I have some armors. What kind of armor are you looking for?
I was also wondering about that.
Oh,
Well,
you're new as well.
Yes, carry it. The pleasure is all mine.
Carrion, pleasure. I'm Lord Leonor.
Right,
Oh,
of course.
what a name.
If we're doing introductions, I apologize. Dayton Swan, good to see you.
Dayton Swan. That last name sounds familiar.
Yeah. I come from the Swan family, located in Swindon.
Yes, I've heard the name before. Horse breeders, correct?
Yes, sir. Some of the best.
That's interesting. Well, welcome to my shop. What brings you into our town?
Well, they were just talking about, hey, there's like a magic shop somewhere. I was just figuring, might as well pop in, see what we got.
All right.
But armor-wise, yeah. Well, I'm currently like wearing a breastplate currently for protection, but I'm also curious if there's anything that could be a little bit better.
Anything better? Let me think. Not of that type of armor, but I do have a set of adamantine armor. He'll go to the back and he'll pull out what looks to be an adamantine, a set of adamantine half plate.
What the fuck is an adamantine?
It ignores crits. Or I think he takes half damage from crits, right, Eric?
He ignores crits.
Oh, yeah, you ignore crits.
What's a crit?
Out of game, you can't be.
Really bad ones where they get you right in the weak spot.
Oh, you mean like fucking this morning?
Yeah, like this morning.
So yes, he'll pull out a set of adamantine plate and say, "This particular set of armor is much more resilient than most. It will assist you in taking any overly fatal blows, if you're interested."
Mm-hmm. So is it any better than what I might be currently wearing? I mean, I get a little bit of extra protection than normal breastplate off of this.
It's not enchanted as more defensive properties. It's the material itself that is what grants the additional protection.
So, be a little less protective, but don't go ahead and get ramrodded against someone that could be after your fucking heart, or be protected and risk the chance that they still find a weakness.
By the way,
something lighter, not as built as our friend here.
Thanks for a moment. Lighter. I'm thumbing through my notes because I have to find Lorne Leonore's, all of the stuff I put in Lorne Leonore's shop. He says, I have a set of enchanted leather armor, if that's what you're looking for.
Could I see it?
Sure, of course. He'll go to the back, and as he comes out, he brings out a set of studded leather and puts it on the table.
How is it enchanted?
It adds additional defensive properties. It's a fairly moderate enchantment. Out of game, it's a +2.
Intriguing.
Armors are not really what my specialty is at the moment. I do have some wondrous items, if you'd be interested.
Now,
Ooh.
what's this about specialities in particular?
Well, each shop, at least to my knowledge, is good at one particular thing. Myself, I find more interest in oddities and knickknacks. And as such, I like to spend my time enchanting small figures or decks of cards or little cubes, things like that.
Show us some of your favorites.
I was going to ask whether or not the instruments are involved in there.
I do have an instrument, actually. Give me 1 second. He will go ahead and run to the back. My throat's like drying up right now. I need water. I need liquid refreshment.
Get this man some water.
Get this man some water. Oh, you know what? Cool. I wrote the name down. Didn't actually write down what it actually does. So give me 1 second while I look this up.
No, it just means we get to guess it now, right?
Yeah, I have to guess it. This one kills all allies within 10 feet of you.
Oh, perfect.
I'll take it.
He comes back out. He comes back out with a lyre.
Not quite a lute, but it's close enough.
Do you know how to play this?
Well, it's... I tend to have more experiences like with more classical instruments like the viol and the loot tends to be one of my other things, but it can't be too different from a loot, right?
It's a little different, but are you a musician?
Well, I mean, I'm trained in order to go ahead and do all those things, so I guess
I
technically yes.
I think this would be up your alley. As he kind of pushes it towards you. The lyre is specially enchanted with various spells that can only be utilized by someone who has studied the ways of music and entertainment. And it was actually it's actually considered a legendary instrument among the bardic colleges.
Really?
To my knowledge, it is enchanted with the abilities of the spells Fly, Invisibility, Levitate, and Protection from Evil and Good.
That's interesting that a thing like that actually can do
Also, you can use it to cast the spells Wind Wall, Wall of Fire, and Stone Shape.
Hold on, I kind of like halfway spaced out there. Did you say something about Wonderwall?
Windwall.
Windwall. You're my Wonderwall.
All right.
He just really need to get laid.
So,
So you can pull it out.
that's kind of a powerful instrument. Do you mind if I like do a little tune test with this just quickly?
That's the tricky part about it. You can't actually play it unless you attune to it, or else the effects could be rather detrimental.
But then how did...
I found out via the use of identification, and I merely pose this as a warning. And should you have... I believe you have one in your party that is able to identify items.
Mm-hmm.
I got this.
Will identify.
We both slap our hands on the lyre and just look at each other.
I mean, you can both identify.
I can do it better.
Yeah, loser.
Alright, so which one of you is casting Identify?
I didn't know you have identify.
Dayton does. He's
Why?
This is how business negotiations work. He's trying to see how things are. When he's like, oh, someone has identify, he's like, oh, I'm fucking...
Alright,
So-
go ahead and cast your Identify.
Alright.
Alrighty. So, do you want me to just read this whole thing out to you?
I was gonna say sure, because I'm not entirely sure whether I can afford this.
Okay, so a creature that attempts to play this instrument without being attuned to it must succeed a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or take 2d4 psychic damage. You can, as an action, play the instrument and cast one of its spells. Once the instrument has been used to cast a spell, it cannot cast that spell again until the next dawn. Spells from this use your spellcasting ability and spell save DC. You can play the instrument while casting a spell. While casting a spell that causes any of its targets to be charmed on a failed saving throw, thereby imposing disadvantage on the save.
Neat.
You can cast Fly, Invisibility, Levitate, and Protection from Evil and Good. Additionally, you can cast Stone Shape, Wall of Fire, and Wind Wall. If you have proficiency with the given musical instrument, you can add your proficiency bonus to any ability checks you made with the musical instrument. My words. A bard cannot use a musical instrument as a spell. Bard can use a musical instrument as a spellcasting focus, substituting it for any material components that do not have a cost.
Mm-hmm. So the catch is I don't have proficiency in it, but I am a bard, I can use it.
Yes.
Which, yes, and especially that part with the charm spells have automatic disadvantage.
Automatic,
I like that.
Well, not automatic disadvantage. It's you can play it while casting a spell to impose disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
However, that does require both hands to be on the lyre.
Yeah. Requires exceptional balance on the horse. I understand.
So what I'm saying is like you can touch it and like strum it with one hand to cast a spell, but if you want to impose disadvantage, you will have to have both hands on the lyre and be able to actually play it.
I just love the idea of like having it tucked in while he's swinging his sword.
Well,
It's
how
possible.
I imagined it was because a lyre is really not that big. It's about like the size of your forearm. You could theoretically tie it to like your belt, and so if you wanted to cast a spell from it, you could literally just move your hand down and play a quick note, or just do a quick strum on it to cast the spell. But if you want to actually play it and impose the disadvantage, you will have to be holding it.
How much do you want for it?
For this, I put this in the realm of about 7,200 gold pieces.
72. Interesting. Dayton's just gonna kind of look it over for a few seconds. Looks like there's a bit of a paint chip there. I can't really be sure whether or not this thing's tuned or not unless I do it, and if I try to do it, it's gonna fuck my head up. I can't have that, but I also can't really guarantee whether or not it's gonna be there or not, so... I'm gonna look over the group real quick. I'm gonna go, I'm thinking this thing's like more about like a good 6K, no problem, but at the same time, don't exactly have the funds for that.
I can help.
Yeah. I mean, I got about, just very quickly, just feel my pouch real quick, about 1.4K on mine, plus, as he'll reach into his pack, he'll produce a bag of gems. I got about 800, 900 gems, gold piece wise, I think, in here.
So do you guys want to pitch all your money to help them buy this lyre?
I've been hoarding my money, dude.
How much money do you have?
I have 10,414.
Oh my god, that's
Fuck,
real.
Luke.
And 58 platinum and some silver.
So yeah, Luke could help you.
The catch is whether or not he'll accept 6K as the
Make
the
persuasion.
barter.
roll.
Okay, 14 plus 15, that'll be 29.
29. Think on it for a moment. Let's say 6,800.
Yeah, that was a bit unfair on that low ball, I'll give you that. But I think 68 is fair enough. Like I said, I can't really guarantee on the tunage on this thing, but yeah.
Dude, there's gonna be some serious tonnage, dude.
Ownage.
All right, so
How's
Yeah.
it going, dude?
So I'm gonna go ahead and get out my pouch. I'm gonna go ahead and bring out the 1,400 gold pieces.
Okay. So Luke, are you gonna cover the other 5,400?
Well, how much are the gems worth?
Yeah, I was gonna go ahead and
So the gems are
bring up the gems.
900.
and
I believe I said.
You said specifically it's 800 to 900 gold pieces of gems.
Ah. I will say higher end 900 then. I apologize. So 900 plus 1,400, so 2,300. So Luke, you'd have to cover 4,500.
I can do that.
Okay. So I will go ahead and give. You're gonna have a handout. So there is your new bardic instrument.
Where are you? Where are you located?
I'll move to handouts real quick. Hang on.
There it is. The Cly.
Cly Lyre.
All right. So I gotta hold on to this thing for about an hour before I can like really run with this fucking thing. But yeah.
So are you looking? All right. So what is everybody else looking for now that he's gotten his purchase?
A reliquary worth at least 1,000 gold.
That can be provided.
All right, I will purchase that then.
Okay.
Are you gonna cover it with moss? Like.
Oh my god.
Give Lauren a heart attack again.
Again, yeah.
His twin energy medallion that he spent countless days working on. I cover it in moss.
Now it's better, guys.
You monster.
Monster. How could you?
Stop making me miss Hildy, you monsters. Okay. How much for that armor?
I've just spent half my gold.
Hell yeah.
For the
Grazie.
armor, the armor is going to run you 3,300 gold pieces.
I know I can be quite vicious with a crossbow, but I'm finding myself more often than not right in the thick of it. Do you have anything that can help me with that?
I do, actually. I've got a few things. Are you looking... what sort of blade are you looking for?
Nothing too heavy or, complex. Short sword, rapier, things among that name.
Let's see. I have a rapier. And he'll, make his way to the back. He comes back out, and as he does so, he produces a rapier with a deep orange blade. And holds it out. And says, this is a rapier with a fire-based enchantment. While you have it in your possession, you can cause it to ignite. And it deals a bit of an extra bonus of damage.
I'm always a fan of things getting hot. Fascinating. How much would that be?
For this, it'd be about 5,000 gold pieces.
So, hold on. So, let's say I want both the armor...
Ooh,
3,300 you say for the armor, and this is around 5,000.
Correct.
So we're at 8,300. What's to say? How much money do I have? Now I have to do the math of how does platinum convert to gold.
10 to 1.
So one
10?
platinum is 10 gold pieces?
1 platinum is 10 gold pieces.
Let's see how much money I'm actually working with then. Where is my calculator on? While this is happening, Karen will pull out the ion stone.
The iron stone?
Yeah, and say, could we perhaps maybe give me a special trader's discount and place the ion stone?
Ayun!
Yun, so sorry.
Ayun. It's okay. He'll take it, and this is the Iron Stone of Intelligence?
Yeah.
Take it and kind of move his hand over it. Goes, oh, interesting. This is actually quite valuable. Let's see, for this... Looks at the 2 items and looks at the stone and says, I would say... Altogether, I'd put this at about 6,700 gold pieces. So we'll say this, so 5,000 for the sword, 3,300 for the set of armor. So 8,300 minus 67. You would have to make up a 1,600 gold difference.
1,600 gold?
1,600 gold.
Deal.
well. So you will acquire a flame tongue rapier.
Sweet.
And a set of +2 studded leather.
Cool.
The flame tongue rapier, when attuned, you can use a bonus action to speak the command word, and it shines brightly. And the blade will ignite with fire, which shines light for 40 bright and 40 dim, and does an additional 2d6 points of fire damage.
Always a fan of that fire damage.
This is the counterpart to the frost brand, basically.
Yeah, I was gonna.
But minus the resistances.
Yeah. I wonder what would have happened if, like, Frostbrand and this thing were in like the same room at the same time. Whether or not they get into an argument. Or something.
The rapier does require attunement.
Yep.
All right.
That's why I've still sold the stove.
Okay. Anyone else have anything they want to do?
Hey, I've forgotten what I came here for. I think I'm going to take a walk. Can we meet up later at the Lying Stone?
Well, I'm sure. I mean, I
don't see
gotta
why not.
figure out how to, do this and hopefully not have my head explode. So, yeah.
Good luck with that. And I will leave.
Okay, so Israel takes her leave. Is there anything else anybody wants to purchase while here?
That's it.
I'm pretty good on purchasing right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So, Ezra, where were you heading to? Although I have a pretty good idea.
Yep, the residential area.
Okay.
I'm going to look for the Gaburik house.
Okay. Easy enough to do as you remember where it is. As you approach, knock on the door.
I'm gonna circle around for a little bit before. Psych myself up before I knock.
Alright, as you knock on the door, the door opens. You see the visage of Nakax's father. Oh, hello.
Hi. It's been a while.
It certainly has. Would you like to come inside?
Sure, yeah.
He opens the door fully. As you are led inside, you see that it's pretty quiet in here.
I love what you've done with the place.
It hasn't changed much. Give me 1 second. He'll start kind of grabbing some tea and starts preparing some for you. So, how are your travels going?
They're going well, surprisingly.
That's well. Very good. I presume Nakax is with you?
No. He left us some time ago. I was hoping he'd already made his way back here.
No, we haven't seen him. No. Why did he leave?
It's a long story. It's a long story.
He'll finish brewing the tea and comes over, pours you a glass, sits down.
Thank you.
Have you managed to get in contact with him at all?
I haven't been successful with that, but I'm going to try again.
You see his fingers just kind of start to tap on the table as the concern starts to kind of come across his face.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have bothered you with this.
No, it's all right. It's all right. It's better that we know at least. We'll be able to keep an eye out for him.
Yeah.
He'll kind of just take a moment in silence, just thinking. Oh, where are the rest of your companions? Have they departed as well?
No, they're around here.
Alright. Well, you can stay here as long as you'd like. I was just getting some cleaning done.
Do you need help?
If you'd like to. But no, you've no obligation.
I will finish my tea and I will help them clean up a bit.
Okay. So you...
Is Glassale around?
Glasshail's not around. You do not see her anywhere.
I'll ask where she is.
Oh, she's with Subis right now, over in the Scholars District. Apparently there was an incident that occurred, and she went to go check on her.
Is everything alright?
Just from what Subis said, a simple magical mishap. But Glasshail has always been the worried type, so she wanted to make sure her daughter was okay.
Of course.
For the rest of you, what would you like to do during the time as Ezreal's away?
Just gonna play around with the standard, I guess, for now.
It's like clicking a pen.
Yep. Just like turning it off, just like flipping it in my hand.
For the next hour, there's just going to be a continual, like, look up pluck and then, like, no, not yet.
Dude, Emily,
But maybe if I no.
I'm just doing some like drills.
No, Emily, you were
Drill?
Right here till I get used to it.
Emily, are you in the rapture?
Emily's being raptured.
It is very bright in your location.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh yeah.
It's just her natural radiance, guys. It's just her natural radiance.
Yeah.
Suppose, yeah.
Definitely not the sun beating in from the window.
No, you see, this is just the rapier in action.
Yeah, exactly.
You can now carry institution. I'm having such a hard time getting anything to work.
I understand. It's okay. So, you guys return to the Lying Stone as you all prep and attune to your armor. It doesn't take very long for you to finish cleaning Ezreal, maybe about 30 minutes.
Okay.
Before you exit and make your way to the Lying Stone.
And if attunement's done, then Dayton is going to stick to his word. He's going to check to see if the thing is properly, like, tuned to certain things, or if there needs to be any changes.
It sounds lovely.
Okay, wait, now hold on. Which one of you is the C note? I need to.
Bong.
Yep, found you. Okay, so then that means if you're that, then according to the loot, you would have to be Deet, and then and then.
So you guys watch as Dayton attempts to figure out how a lyre works.
That's a C for you.
That was like 3 different notes right there.
Oh, my point's correct. Give me a break.
I thought that was the start of Flash, where it's Flash.
Maybe
It was a miracle.
So as you guys reconvene, what would you like to do?
Is everyone ready already?
Well,
I'm feeling more prepared than ever.
Hey, where'd you head off?
Around.
Yeah?
Inside, do I believe?
Make an insight check against around.
Can you head around? Yes.
No, it was a square. Fuck off.
It was a rhombus.
Oh my god, she's actually rolling insane.
Okay.
Oh my god, why?
So how much was it?
Oh. What are all the combat then?
Well,
Oh,
it's
you want to actually know?
I mean, are you lying, Ezreal?
I mean, not technically. I'm
Okay.
just not.
With
I
the
guess
14
it's
plus
lying by omission.
Okay, she's
Is
lying.
it even
okay.
lying? Is it
Okay,
even lying by omission? I don't know.
She's, I guess not. She's omitting a little bit. She doesn't want to tell you it's her life.
Mhm.
Good to know.
Okay. Teleporto?
Oh, you don't have teleport. Oh, yeah, you have the 8th level spell too now, don't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
As you begin to cast the teleport spell,
Mm-hmm.
you will hear, all of you will hear in your mind, hello.
Oh God, no! This is
So
the
where's
weird
this?
tentacle things again. No! Get us the fuck out!
Hello?
Hello. Oh, I'm coming in clearly. Interesting. Is this the favored few, perchance?
Yeah.
Who's asking?
I'd like to think that was simultaneous. Oh my god. That's great. Well, pardon my intrusion into your minds. My name is Galavrax. I've heard tale of this group, and I was wondering if you might be of assistance.
Just call us a bunch of screw-ups.
I apologize, that wasn't the insinuation, but no. I'm head of the War Council for the Daywalkers, and we are in need of some assistance against the Brotherhood. We've heard you are a band of mercenaries that have been going around and taking care of them. Perhaps you would have some interest in some work with us.
What? I'm sorry. You're breaking up. Let's get out of here.
No, wait, no, hold on. If this is part of the Daywalkers, they could actually be trusted. I mean, they've kept swindling.
Do I believe this individual?
Make an insight check.
I mean, how did he find the phone number to our minds?
Oh, that's a 20. What is my number? It's 23.
23. He seems to be telling the truth.
We will discuss it and come back to you later.
Please, at your earliest convenience, if you could come meet with me. Things are a bit dire.
Where would we need to meet you?
Oh, I could bring you to me, actually.
No.
What do you mean?
Tell us where we'll need to be.
We'll come at our own terms, thank you. Where are you?
I will figure out a meeting place. I was hoping you would be more willing. Please, again, please discuss this, and please, quickly, if possible.
Noted.
Thank you.
The fuck you mean? It's like I can bring you over here right fucking now. Like what?
Hello?
Is he? Can I tell if he's still there?
I don't know how you would.
Can I like feel his magic in my brain or something?
Make a perception check.
Hell yeah! We don't want no spies. We've had a 23.
23.
You have a weird tingle on your left toe, which means you're clearly under the magical effect.
He seems to, for the moment, have disconnected.
Okay, I think it's safe. We can talk freely.
Are you
Really,
sure about
it's
that?
safe to fucking. This is after the fact that we had the weird tentacle monsters that were able to do the exact same fucking thing, and apparently, even if we were like, oh, there's nothing to worry about, they're like, we're able to hear you from over 500 miles away.
Look, I think whoever that man was, whatever, is not in our heads now. We trust the Daywalkers? Do we like the Daywalkers?
We done deals with them, and it seems like they keep Swindon under control.
Listen, that might not be a great idea, but we will discuss it amongst ourselves. We will discuss it with our boss.
I don't think our boss would particularly like it.
You know, this is true. If we're talking like.
Hello
politics.
again. Have you decided?
Ah!
We're working.
The more insistent you become, the more likely I am to say no.
Listen, I am in a bit of a time crunch right now, so if you could please tell me.
No, so are we. You're really gonna have to make it worth our while, and you're really
Oh,
gonna.
you will be paid for your services. By the way, I will meet you in Swindon if that is okay.
Oh no!
Perfect.
Swindon.
We know our way there.
Mm.
Didn't
Do
you know
need-
this
if we
fellow?
If we decide to produce,
What do you mean I know this
we'll
spell? I don't
discuss
fucking
our
know this
payment
spell.
Later.
Hey,
Good.
everyone, shut up. Hang on. What am I? What? Just a second. Do you need help as an individual or a daywalker?
Both.
Think about it. We promise we'll come back to you.
Could you at least tell us what's happening over in Swindon? Like, what the fuck?
Okay, well, it's not actually happening in Swindon, but considering we needed a meeting place, it's the safest place I can think of.
You made me think like fucking town was getting
Oh, it might.
fucking tatters.
It very much might.
That's not.
Okay, here's the situation. We are losing control of our territory to the Brotherhood. And the more territory they gain, the worse their influence becomes, and the worse it is for everybody else around. So, if you would be ever so helpful in possibly repelling this threat, I would be most appreciative. Please.
Well, as I see it, we're not necessarily helping the Daywalkers. We're destroying the Brotherhood, and we're saving innocent people.
The
And on the-
Daywalkers are not the Empire, right?
No, those are two completely
Daywalkers
different.
were they the ones with the muskets?
They're the
Yes.
ones that are more military.
No, that's
they are
hypocrites.
the
Right,
the
thank
more
you.
militarized.
That's what I needed answered. Haha! I got it. Cool. Great.
Yep.
Hooray!
Yes, they're the authoritarian government.
Got it.
Like, if whatever decision we make, like right now, the sooner the better. Because if they like decide to jump in and like scream in my, I was about to say ear, but I don't think that's really how it works.
No, I'm talking in your mind, sir. I am not talking in your ears.
Yeah.
Well, yes, you haven't told me I had to leave yet.
He seems very insistent that if we don't say yes, he'll probably get us there anyways.
I would never do something as heinous as pull somebody against their will. Who do you think I am?
Can I make an inside check?
Yeah, I follow.
Make an insight check.
Do I believe his man?
Oh, I fucking believe that man, alright? That's a 5 plus. What is my plus? I don't think it's gonna be
another
enough.
23.
Natural one, baby.
Natural one. You get the sense that even though he would really like to, he seems like an honest individual. He wouldn't actually pull you against your will.
Okay, now a 23 though.
With a 23, yes. He seems like he was fighting the urge to do it anyway, but he's like, okay, I need to earn their trust in some way, so I'm not just gonna randomly pull them.
Okay,
Okay.
Dayton.
I am currently having a heart attack. What do you want?
It would be imperative for us to defend your town, not for the sake of the Daywalkers, but for the sake of you and your bond to us.
Uh-huh.
So we are not helping the Daywalkers, we're helping you.
Wait a minute. Did you just say Dayton, as in Dayton Swan?
Yes.
Oh, Mr. Swan, surely you would be understand more than anybody the plight, my calling, my plight. Come now.
You had to do it. No. Fuck. Okay. What do you need in order for us to go ahead and teleport over there? Ophelia? What do you need?
If you do not have means of teleportation, I could bring you to Swindon.
Just do it.
Ah, glorious! This might sting.
Of course.
He will go ahead and you will hear what sounds like a lot of banging, a lot of clicking, and then what sounds like several blades starting up.
What is that? What is that?
Oh, one moment, and done. At which point, you guys all watch as a massive arcane circle forms underneath you.
Inside the lying stone.
Oh, inside the lying stone, which everybody turns their heads to look at.
No, don't mind us, adventure type.
Sorry.
You know, this could be very useful for assassinations.
At which point, you all find yourselves inside this rather dark-looking room with sets of different mechanical bits and bobs that litter the area. You see before you, sitting at what looks like this massive metal box, this red-ish looking dragonborn. And I say ish because his scales are pretty much drained of color. He has a set of large spectacles on his face, as well as a set of goggles at the top of his head. He is wearing 2 sets of mechanized gloves that are sparking with lightning coming off of them, as he is holding on to 2 rods coming out of this panel. As he looks at all of you, he goes, "Ha! Glorious! It worked! It worked! Oh my goodness! It worked!" He seems absolutely astonished by what has transpired.
Did you just use us as guinea pigs?
I absolutely did, and I am so glad that it worked.
You would have been really screwed if it didn't work, wouldn't you?
Oh, it's minor structural damage, but other than that, you would have been fine. A lost limb, perhaps.
Oh yes, because I can definitely fight with 2 feet and nothing else.
At this point, Dayton has actually taken a few breaths, tried to get something out before turning around and throwing up.
You see him approach you in a set of robes adorned in the colors of the Daywalkers, and he says, a pleasure to meet each of you," as he grabs each of your hands and starts shaking them. As I said, my name is Galvarax. Pleasure. You are Ezreal, yes? As he looks at you.
Yeah, yes, I am.
A pleasure to meet you. Mr. Swan, it's a pleasure to see you. Hello. And I believe you are, Ophelia? Florence? Aster Florence. My apologies. Goes around, shakes Goo's hand, shakes Valak's hand, and you are... I don't recall your name.
I think this is the first time we've met.
What is your name? Galvarax. Pleasure. He will whistle really quickly, and you watch as these 2 mechanized creatures, about the size of a normal humanoid, walk in, and they say, "Yes, Master Galvarax. Please, I have guests. Please, foods, drinks, comfortable chairs, comfortable.
Oh,
not like the ones you brought my last guests."
Oh, I know what my fake name's gonna be. Never mind. I got it.
Yeah, of course, Mr. Galvarax. And you watch as both of these individuals walk out. Please, there's much to discuss, as he goes ahead and leaves the room, seemingly in his own mind at this point, not even really paying attention if you're following him or not.
I'm following him.
I'm following him.
There's no question about that.
I am absolutely having a heart attack, and it will not stop.
Somebody get word.
Are you okay, Jordan?
No, it's like for real, but as Dayton is just...
Passing through this establishment, you see what looks like blueprints that adorn the walls as you walk through. You see different mechanized units that seem to just be skittering and crawling along the ground. Passing by, you can see several paintings of what looks to be Galvarax himself, standing atop a mountain of machinery. He walks with this air about him of not only confidence, but just absolute buffoonery.
You are quite the skilled machinist, aren't you?
Yes, I hope Perhaps I can point some out to you as he comes over and kind of takes you around the shoulder for a moment, Ezreal, and starts talking you through all the different blueprints as you pass by. He says, this one is one of my most amazing creations. I have found a way for people who cannot, by the way, this is why I was okay if you lost a limb. This is a machine that I have made that can actually replace the limb of an individual who loses it if they are not able to regenerate it themselves. As he brings you over to another one. He says, this one here has the ability to prepare meals within record time, a mere 2 whole minutes. Could you believe such a thing?
Oh. This is so
And he just starts
cool.
talking you through everything. If no one stops him, the tour takes about another 20 minutes before he actually gets you to the main.
Stop it and fuck that.
And this toilet squirts water in your butt.
Japanese toilets.
Fucking bidet.
Japanese toilets, oh my god. As he takes you through, do you not stop him or do you stop him?
I don't.
Don't.
I'm utterly fascinated by his inventions.
As he takes you through explaining everything, he leads you into the main chamber, where you can see these 2 individuals have set up foods and drinks, and as you get a better look at them, fully mechanized, however, not in the way that you'd seen before. You've seen golems before. These seem less like golems. Their movements are much more fluid, like that of a human, or of a humanoid. You can see that their armor is much better kept than most golems. Their outfits they seem to wear their outfits more comfortably than you'd expect of a construct. And it's very odd. There's a very human air, or humanoid air about them. As he sits down, he says, please, have a seat. And he'll kind of go ahead, and you watch as he kind of turns a dial on his gauntlets. You see a pressurized release, just this steam that comes off as each component begins to dislodge itself. As he takes it off and kind of relaxes his arm, goes to the other one, turns the same gauge, and you see steam come off of that one as well as he puts that down.
Fascinating. And what do those do? Those just protection?
Oh, yes, they help me to channel electrical fields where I need them to. In this case, it was to activate that teleportation sigil that I sent to you.
Oh.
Where's my horse? I just forgot that I have Hornet outside the inn, and I don't have Hornet anymore.
Oh, do you need me to get your horse?
Not if it's gonna fucking lose one of its limbs.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. There's only about a 37% chance that it might lose a limb.
Good enough.
Okay, I will return shortly. My assistants will attend you as I am gone. Get them whatever they need.
What?
And he will run off, grabbing his gauntlets to go retrieve your horse.
What?
He seems
What?
So you guys are left with these 2 constructs that are just awkwardly staring at you.
Hello.
Hello.
What are your names?
Oh, well, I am Wen. He holds one of the constructs holds a hand out, and again, very fluid, as if it's just a human extending a hand to you.
Oh, hey, that's when that one's why.
I'm Where, actually.
When and where? Fantastic.
They're stealing your material, Dean.
I am completely fucking lost.
That can make 2 of us, Dayton.
Like,
So am I, but I think it would benefit us to go with the flow.
you say go with the flow. Like, I would have at least heard about this fucking guy and all the things that we just saw. And I have 0 clue of who he is.
Oh, he introduced himself to us, didn't he?
About 5 minutes go by before you hear the clopping of hooves.
But does it sound off? Any?
With some robot leg.
No. You watch as Hornet is led inside. And you see Galvarax is actually in the process of kind of petting Hornet's head. He says, what a gorgeous animal.
He fucking should be. How you doing, buddy?
He seems a little shaken, but seems to have been calmed by Galvarax. Who
All right, good to know.
Comes, sits down, and says, well, down to business then, I suppose. Well, as I've already introduced, my name is Galvarax. I am head of the War Council for the Daywalkers. And we have heard quite a few things, including the fact that you managed to get rid of quite a nuisance on our lands. And I am most appreciative for that. And he's talking about the chained abyssal creature that you guys killed a while back.
Yeah. We did that.
Yes, I heard tales. And I would, well, obviously this does not come without any sort of questions, I presume. It's not every day you're contacted via mental message.
Unless you're talking with her, she can do that.
Yeah, but it's very different.
It's not a two-way channel when I do it. It's more you send some words and they send
yes.
some back.
Yes. I'm fully aware of how the sending spell is. That's why I had to improve upon it. Come now, you can't expect messages like that to just come willingly. 25 words. Who set that kind of limitation on messages?
That's so true. You're so smart. How did you improve on it?
Let's stick to the topic at hand, and I'll explain later. I don't want to go off on a tangent again. But to put it simply, I am an inventor. I hope to be the ignition point that leads us into the new era of machinery and technology. But we have a war to win first, of course. So, I'd like to welcome you to Swindon, for those of you who have never been here, and we're just outside. I will allow you to explore the town once we have finished our conversations. But to the point at hand. Put quite frankly, I don't know how much you care about the war efforts, but we are losing.
Good. I don't say that. The player Evelyn says that.
The Empire has revolstered their defenses and have managed to push into our territory. Many lives have been lost from their assaults, and from the south, the Brotherhood has been mounting forces from I don't know where, with technology that seems abundant to them, but is very difficult for us to keep up.
Well, we have some knowledge on where their technology comes from and where
You
their
do?
forces come from.
Please, if you have any, I'll be willing to pay you for the information.
Are they just as fucked up as what we're dealing with? They're saying you said that like it's worse than what we've already got here.
Have you ever heard of chronomancy before?
Whispers of it, yes, but it seems impossible. The manipulation of time itself is fathomless. I can't even begin to consider it beyond what we already know.
Well, they're quite versed in it.
Especially their general.
I mean, they've got whole units training in that kind of magic.
I see. Then this situation might be worse than I thought it was. I would beseech you, favored few, if you would be of assistance to the Daywalkers in repelling the attacks by the Brotherhood and perhaps even some of the attacks from the Empire.
It is our duty as a party to crush what we can of the Brotherhood.
I understand.
Even before this war, we made pretty big enemies of them.
I understand. Well, if at all possible, I don't want to ask you for frontline assistance, as I feel like your skills can be used elsewhere. Perhaps you could locate where they're pulling more troops in from, if they're indeed trained and vexed in chronomancy. They seem limitless, and that very much concerns me. Not just for the Daywalker's sake, but for the Empire's sake as well. Troops win wars, after all. And there's only so many you can draft before a revolution begins.
Have you ever heard of the enemy of my enemies, my friend?
I have. What are you suggesting?
I say deal with the bigger threats. We're after Brotherhood, Chris.
We have tried peaceful negotiations with the Empire, but they are headstrong. They decide that just because their emperor cannot be left in charge, and we would have to take some level of control away from him, that he does not want to work with us anymore, that he would not wish to work with us.
Maybe we can help. After all of this,
Situations do seem dire.
if we don't stop the Brotherhood, there's no telling what will happen.
If you have some means of contacting the Empire and getting them to peaceful negotiations, I am not opposed. But the Emperor is so far up his own asshole that I doubt he's going to be willing to sit down and have civilized talks. All he cares about is maintaining his grasp on his territory. Never mind the fact that our form of government would see that everybody would have a means of getting themselves somewhere. We'd be able to install order in his, what he calls, proper civilization. The scum are thrown to the bottom of the food chain.
Look, if you come into peace talks with that attitude, you're never going to get anywhere.
I mean, he has a point.
Can we just get to the business at hand already?
Yes, apologies. What I would be requesting, and you would be given resources to do this with, is wherever you can, locate how and their means of recruiting more troops. Bringing, and if they are, well, I was first suspecting they might have been raiding towns in the night and possibly abducting some of the lower members of society, the ones that wouldn't particularly be noticed if they had gone missing, to recruit to their ranks. If you can maybe look around, see if you might find any sort of mishaps, and if possible, deal with them. Although I will not ask you to stick your neck out to anything that might be suicide. If any information you can gather for us is enough.
Any idea where we should start?
Well, I was gonna have you start back in Erkel, but I guess Swindon is as good a place as any. There is quite a population here. And if people are being recruited to the Brotherhood's side via espionage, it'd be best to get some ground here.
And the local celebrity, Mr. Swan, I'm sure will be able to help us with that.
Oh, absolutely. I was amazed to hear that you had a Swan among your ranks. I hadn't even heard that he had joined your ranks yet. But
it
I'm sure someone of such high caliber, such as yourself, would be able to bring some influence to the table.
So, they have good influence here? Good reputation?
Oh yes, the Swans have been quite helpful in the war effort. Some of the best steeds we've ever had.
Yeah. We know our way around a good horse.
So please, if you can find anything, any sort of trail that might lead us to recruitment, or even possibly people defecting to the Brotherhood. Anything you could find out. And of course, you would be paid. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in?
Thoughts, everyone?
I think the main question would be if this interferes with other obligations.
We just have to try to get this done as fast as possible, is all. We don't need to hike up a mountain this time.
Yeah. If it's danger at my home door, I don't want it to be there, but...
Like I said, we're technically staying neutral in this. We're helping out a teammate. Are you okay, Dayton?
Yeah, I'm fine, just... Not really wanting to owe any favors, but...
There would be no favors owed.
No, maybe not to you, but it's up to them.
Hey, we're friends, aren't we?
Yeah.
Well, if I do have your, if I do have your acknowledgement that you'll help us, he'll he'll kind of go over to Wen and say, "Could you please recover the contract that I had drawn up?"
Do we have to sign a contract?
It's legal documentation is necessary for a society to run, my dear. I do not have. It's not that I do not have faith that you will assist us in this, but I do need to make sure any sort of payments that are made out are documented. And you see Wen kind of leave for a moment and come back with a rather sizable contract. Puts it down on the table, reading it over. You can see that it basically outlines that the favored few are voluntarily agreeing to assist the Daywalkers and Galvarax in rooting out any sort of espionage within the Daywalkers, as well as locating and taking out any sort of means that they are using to acquire additional troops. And it goes on, just a bunch of legal mumbo jumbo. If anyone would like to make an insight check, they can.
You bet I am.
So much for staying neutral, huh?
23.
23. Okay. Looking over the contract, you see Carrion kind of takes a moment, takes the contract, flourishes it for a moment, and looks it over. You're no stranger to contracts, Carrion.
Mm-hmm.
And looking about it, you kind of look for the words between the lines. It seems like a very straightforward contract. Seems like there's no signing over of loyalties. It is simply a one-time contract from a organization to a mercenary company.
We're a company now.
I guess
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, you are outlined as a mercenary company.
Well, what say the rest of you? Shall we? Or shan't we? Shan't a word. Should we, shouldn't we?
Schwent.
It's just good business. And Dayton's gonna go ahead and take up the quill.
You do see that payment for this, to the extent of success, can be anywhere between 30,000 to 90,000 gold pieces.
Woo!
Guys,
Dayton will sign. Dayton A. Swan.
Parameters to be set by Galvarex.
I'll sign as well.
Okay, so as you guys all sign your lives away.
I signed it as Mordai.
Ah, you fool! He was a fucking fiend warlock the entire time.
Yes. All right, you should all be
It's
receiving.
never shorter.
You should all be receiving your Eldritch Blast soon.
Coming at you with this lovely item right here.
Eldritch Blast.
As you guys finish signing the contract, you see he grabs the quill, and very beautifully signs his signature on the contract. He says, "Then we have an agreement," and he'll roll it up and give it back to Wen, who will take it away and say, "Thank you very much, and please, even though you are here on a mission, take a moment, explore Swindon and all it has to offer. It is quite a lovely town. I will not expect this to be done overnight, but the sooner you can get back to me, the better." At which point he kind of looks and says, "Where, if you could, please show them out." And he says, "Of course, Master Galbrax." And he will, the automaton will come over and motion, "Please, if you would follow me."
Surely.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will make your way out. As the doors open to you, you are released into the brisk
Bye.
air. Galbrax says, "Goodbye. Thank you again." You were released into the brisk air of Swindon.
Woohoo!
You look back, you see this rather odd-looking metallic structure that you exit from, and you hear just from inside, "All right, well, let's get this thing moving, shall we?" As you watch it for a moment, you watch as the thing starts to shake for a moment, starts to phase out before it fails, and you hear very audibly, "Oh, son of a bitch!" Before you watch as the whole structure seems to open on separate sides, as 6 mechanical legs sprout out from each side, from the sides. It picks itself up and starts walking away.
You know, I originally thought it was gonna teleport away, but I guess that works too.
Wow. That's impressive. He's quite skilled, isn't he?
I haven't
And
heard about this guy.
that is where we'll leave, and that is where we're going to leave off for tonight.
Woohoo! Welcome to Swindon!
Welcome to Swindon and...
Dayton backstory time!
Yep.
Time to meet Dayton's family!
All right.
Yay.
If that's the
all right.
case, then yeah, you and I, Eric, are gonna need to do some
Yep,
talking.
we will talk. So, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll pick this up next Saturday with the exploration of Swindon. And, yeah, possibly even get to meet Dayton's family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Until then, good night, everyone.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
everybody.